It'll do.
You didn't make the biscuits from scratch.
James Jackson. Spit it out. Just spit it out. Don't need another bite. Okay, it's been a minute. I have got 2 videos uploaded, one for the main channel, one for the devotional channel. Had to edit all that, got that done. Folded a load of laundry, swapped over a load, started a load, got the breakfast dishes cleaned up, made the bed, all that. But now I'm going to change something on my cabinets. Several of y'all told me I should put that copper picture on my dining table and that picture up there. And I think I'm going to try that out because the copper picture just kind of gets lost up there. Like you don't see it. It don't stand out and show as awesome of a piece as it is. So I'm going to swap them out. I'm not going to show me swapping it out, but I will show you what it looks like before and after. Because I got in my ladder and all that kind of stuff. But I think I'm going to do that and just see. I think it'll look better. I really do think so. So I'm gonna try it out and see. And I want to say a huge thank you. I had several of y'all, I can't remember exactly who it was, but I had several of y'all asked me if I'd ever tried the lidocaine patches for my back. And I hadn't. I'd kind of not even thought about it. And I got some yesterday. I slept in one last night. And I've put a fresh one on today. Oh my word. Game changer, y'all. Game changer. So let me show you just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. This is what I got. And it fits perfectly across back here where I'm hurting. And I mean, I feel like a new person. So definitely recommend those. And I did get me some more biofreeze, but I got me the roll-on kind. This is what I was using. I think there's like one more application in that. My chiropractor actually referred me to that, but I got the roll-on kind. I haven't used it yet because I used the patches and amazing, amazing. So I wanted to tell y'all about that in case you have issues and maybe you didn't thought about it or even knew about it. Because I mean, really, honestly, I don't even think I knew about them. So thank y'all, major difference. But now I'm gonna swap these things out and I'll show you what it looks like. This is the before with the copper picture up there. And it's beautiful, but when you stand back, I mean, it kind of gets lost, right? And I know, y'all don't have to tell me, it's a lot of stuff up there. I love it. So that's all that matters because it's my home. But this is the before and I'm gonna swap it out. This is the before with this picture. So I'm gonna take this picture and swap it out. So let me get that. Let me do that real quick. I'm gonna take all these goodies out. Got some things out of the garage we're taking to the thrift store. Nothing wrong with them, just we don't have time for them. Somebody else can get them and do something with them, and that's what we're doing. Feels good, kind of decluttering a little bit. I know that garage is a mess, but I promise you James knows exactly where everything's at. He does. I don't know how he knows, but he does. He knows exactly where it's at, so. So we were out there. James got my hedger thing out of this little garden shed, and we were like straightening up the bushes in front of the house. They were all kind of wonky and just needed to be, you know, use our hedger on them. Anyway, So he's out there doing it for a little bit, and then the neighbor walks up, so he stops what he's doing to talk to the neighbor. So I take over, and I get popped on my foot by a wasp. There was a wasp nest in the bush. Yes. Anyway, we got rid of it, but I got a pretty good spot on my foot, but James put some of his dip on it, but it's rough looking. But he was my hero with his tobacco. But we got those looking good, and then the ones on the other side of the house, they had grown almost to the eve of the house. We got all those done. It looks so good. I'm proud of it. I'll go out there and show y'all. Got all them looking better. That wasp nest was right in there, and it popped my foot. There you see one flying around. But Jane's got a little cray right there. But it's okay. They look much better. Ta-da! That looks much better too. I did get some of the rose bushes. My azalea is blooming. My azalea is blooming, y'all. It is crazy. It's not time for azaleas to bloom. But mine's blooming. Look at there. Have you ever? It's crazy. Woohoo! What is all that light coming in this window? I've cleaned the outside and the inside of them. Oh my gosh, it looks so much better. I found out last year that the inside windows, you can get them to where they come in, and you can clean them that way. You don't have to take the screens off, and that was a game changer. But it's all done. Looks good. I'm very happy with it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I was going to try not to get the trash cans in the background. Sorry for the weed eating up the road, but, you know, this is...
The trash cans, really?
This is...
They have trash cans.
Nature. I know, but I want to build something to disguise ours.
It's built.
Your head. Welcome to another back porch chat.
But
You got anything you want to chat about?
yeah,
Your heart heavy?
people in Tennessee and North Carolina,
South Carolina,
yeah,
Florida,
Georgia.
And poor Florida's got another one headed for them.
I know they understand the struggles, and they can deal with it on their own. But
Them poor people.
I
in
know
North
there were some
Carolina.
guys that left out from South Mississippi Friday, headed up there and trying to do their best. I got text out now trying to figure out what I can do.
We've been there.
Yeah.
Done that. However, I think this, as bad as Katrina was for us, I think this is even worse.
Yeah, because so many people are isolated, and nobody understands the struggle of being isolated until you've actually been there.
Well, I think this was also a wider,
Oh man, that storm was huge.
was much wider than Katrina.
Huge.
But I mean, we definitely understand. And I, at the time that Katrina came through, was living, 45, 50 miles inland off the coast.
Yeah, I was about 40 miles.
And
it took me 3 days to get to the coast.
we didn't have power for over a week. We were not prepared.
It was,
We were not prepared.
people don't understand that, the severity of these things and how they change in just a quick amount of time. And, you can't be prepared for a tornado. You can't be prepared for an earthquake. You try to prepare for a hurricane, but the circumstances change on a regular basis. And your heart goes out to these people because you've been in the same circumstance.
And even if you hadn't, your heart can still go out to them.
It just...
We're praying.
Yeah.
We praying, and we're doing everything we can on our end, because we know what it's about.
You can't just walk up there unprepared, because then your efforts are wasted. You've got to tie into the local citizenry, and that's usually through churches and
Yeah.
local communities. If you don't have ties to the local community, sometimes your efforts can be wasted. And
I never forget when Katrina come through. I was so happy to get that jar of peanut butter from the church. We just wasn't prepared, and I said from then on, anything above a cat 2, I ain't staying.
yeah,
I am not staying, because at the time, Delana was small, and we were sitting at the dining room table in the house we lived in. James and I wasn't together at the time, obviously. We were sitting there at the table trying to play a game with her to distract her, and we heard this god-awful noise. And when we got up to look, there was an oak tree right at our dining room, where our dining room was, that fell. That had it fell toward the house, it would have landed right on top of us. Thankfully, it felt the opposite direction and landed on the carport and the pool and all of that. But that right there, I said, no, never again.
and like I say, that was 40 and 50 miles inland.
Yeah. Anyway,
Being as though they're where they are, it's a different circumstance than trying to reach people, and
well, there's the roads just completely washed out. There's just no way to get to people except by helicopters.
yeah.
It's just horrible. I just.
And I don't have one, but
And if we had one, would we know how to fly it?
well, I hope we would.
I ain't riding with you, because you don't know how to fly no helicopter.
I'd learn.
What?
I'd buy a Nintendo to learn how to fly.
You get on YouTube?
I'd get on YouTube.
James, how's your weekend been?
I expected this weekend to just be gravy train all the way through.
And it hadn't been? It ain't been because of me. I've been down in my back and shoulders. Today's the first day I felt human.
Baby. Can we move this? Let's get rid of this.
No, we just took some junk. Well, not junk. We took some stuff to the thrift store that we don't have time to deal with, but somebody else can.
Can we do this? Can we do that? Help me do this. I won't ask you to do anything else.
Did I? Did I? What? What?
It is all about working for you. I work for you.
You're so full. You're so full of it. You can't even keep a straight face because you're so full of it.
I'm laughing because you're laughing.
No, you're laughing because you're lying.
Oh my goodness. Truth.
What's truth?
I work.
I never said you don't work. But it's been another chill weekend for us. Friday I left you alone. Saturday I left you alone. Today I've left you alone. What? What you gotta say? What lies you gonna spew out this time?
She's got the amnesia.
Friday all you did was go to the vet with us and come back, and then I left you alone.
Then we had to go here and do this.
No.
And there and do that. And
No.
there and do this and there and do that.
No.
I burned a half a tank of gas Friday.
No. You did not, James. What did we do Friday?
Y'all pray for her amnesia.
Oh my Lord. Saturday we went to Lowe's, and Buster and I sat in the truck while James went inside. And I was looking out the back window to see if he was going to stop and help. Usually he'll stop and help whoever load their stuff. And,
I asked him if they were all right.
and this lady was waving, and I looked in front of me to see who she was waving at, and I looked back, and she was waving at me. She watches my channel. And she said, I didn't realize it till James came back to the truck. She was talking to him. She had recognized him get out of the truck. And then she was asking him, is the dog in there?
Yeah, the dog's in there. You need to
And
know.
she was telling him what good work he does. She tells her husband, that man right there does some good work. You need to do good work like him. I thought that was cool. Didn't you think that was cool?
Yeah, it was good to meet him. I mean, you know, I didn't go up and ask her name or anything. Didn't want to impose, but it was good to see him. I was glad she said something to me. And
So that goes to answer a question we had gotten. Do you ever get recognized?
Once.
James, you know you got recognized when we was up at Petals from the Past a few months ago. The lady recognized you and walked up to us and was talking to us.
It's because I had a shirt on that said Poor James.
Oh, God, James, you've got to stop lying so much. It's becoming a pure habit with you. Everything that comes out of your mouth is almost a lie.
Look, to the lady that reached out to me in the parking lot of Lowe's, glad you did. Anytime you see me, come up, talk to me.
Does that go just for her or anybody?
Her poor husband was just laughing in the background.
You understood his pain, didn't
He was
you?
a sympathetic James Jackson viewer.
Now, does that go for anybody that sees you and recognizes you?
Yeah.
You're okay if they come up to you and say, James, James, James.
I don't know where they're coming from.
James, don't bother you to get. Don't get on your nerves. Huh?
Oh my goodness.
Don't get on your nerves.
You tap dancing right now. Pull your tap shoes off.
James.
Quit.
Anyway. You got anything else you want to say to them?
Keep those folks up north in your prayers. If there's any kind of outreach you know of that we can support, let us know. Right now I know there are several nonprofits that are trying to fulfill needs, and I'm trying to support those, but if there's something that I can do individually, give us a comment.
I did reach out to our friends up in South Carolina right after it happened,
Oof.
making sure they were okay. I'd watched Lisa's story, so I knew she was good, but I hadn't heard from Deborah from Painted South, so I reached out to her, made sure they were good.
Yeah.
Offered them to come stay here if they needed to.
Thankfully, it's not the entire state. It is select places. So in the coming weeks, we'll see what we can do to help y'all out.
You're so sweet, James.
No, I'm not.
You got such a good heart.
No, I'm not.
That's why I love you.
No, you're not.
Because you're a sweetheart. You're a good man with a big heart. And I always tell everybody, you're a much better person than I am. Yeah, it's true. And you're my little social butterfly. We was up at the Pecan Festival. He's stopping and talking to everybody. And I'm just like, would you come on? He's just talking to everybody, meeting people. It's my little social butterfly. Yes, you are, James. You're a sweetheart. I love you dearly. Now, can we talk about something I want to do? You're supposed to say, see, I knew there was a catch. Is that what you was thinking?
There's always a catch.
No. No. But today I have felt so much better than I have felt in a week. And it felt good to get some things done. And James helped me out so much. This is the one day that his dipping come in handy. He was able to put some dip on my foot where that wasp got me.
That was the funniest thing. I'd grabbed up the hedge trimmers and we ran around front, shape up some of the brushes and
Bushes.
bushes and brushes and all that stuff. So I ran over it. Everything was good. Apparently I didn't do it good enough. Who got stung?
And I had flip-flops on and you had tennis shoes, so it wouldn't have got you, but it got me. Anyway, as soon as he put that tobacco on it, it stopped. Stopped stinging and hurting. And our neighbor was going, he said he thought he had some bug spray, so he went to his house and come back. He said, I don't have any. I was like, okay. And I found...
We find some bug spray, but it ain't the kind from far off.
No. But he's like, you just give me some paper towel. I said, for what? He said, I'm just going to, like, get it and wrap it up in the paper towel. I said, that ain't going to be on my conscience in my yard. No. I know what he's going to do. So he laughed at me and said, okay.
I was thinking of gasoline and fire, but, fire department frowns on that. HOA frowns on that.
Don't get me started on the HOA. Do not get me started on the HOA.
Look, y'all, we hope you had a good weekend. Like I say, shout out to the listener that said something to the Lowe's parking lot. Hope to see you again.
Let me tell y'all what to tell James if y'all see him out in public.
James!
Tell him, James, do that project Donna's been wanting to do for a year now. Do it. Just do it.
No.
Just do it. Anyway, we love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us.
Good to see you again.
And we'll see you in the next one. I'll see you in the next one. I don't know when James will see you.
I would be back.
Are you trying to be Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Arnold looks up to me.
Really?
He called me for that line.
Really?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't tell no lies, would you? Bye, y'all. You can tell them bye.
Well...